Today Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Bulldogs will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting portal and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. That's why this fan...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game... Getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense gets home with the pressure and knocking down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. We'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for room, it's Lawrence. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Trying play action. On the move to his left.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Looking to throw on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Power football with the run. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They want to run this quarterback. Shoots his way for more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Gibbs. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this third down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
He's tackled at the 38-yard line. Coming up, fourth down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Here's the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Lawrence. Got enough for the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Now on first down from the 43. He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Looking for more room. 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. So the touchdown will stand. Penalty on the defense waved off, and the points go on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. He now has 53 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
Georgia 7, Notre Dame 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. When we talk to coaches, David, a lot of times we zone out when they say we got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers. Except when they get the ball in the hands of playmakers.
And, Reese, I think that's smart, right? Like, get your best players the football and get them to them fast. Let them do the rest of the work. You can see he gets the football. He can make somebody miss, make those big plays. You've got to highlight those playmakers.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll move the tight end. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Gibbs. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts to...
Turning it on! Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And I like the run there. The offense doesn't have to press. They've got some time still left before the half. And more importantly, they've got to cut into this lead. They're down a couple of scores. This would be enormous. The locker room will feel so different if they can punch this in for a touchdown before the half.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Well, it's always nice to get the first one out of the way. That's the first passing touchdown for the season in this offense, and they've got a lot of playmakers. Their quarterback is accurate, makes good decisions. You saw it on that play. That's the first, and it certainly won't be the last.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. There's plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now on first down from the 28. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback making checks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. they'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. The quick out. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
To the air on first down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Irish! Fit it in the window for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield. He'll put... There he goes. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He tries to take the top off. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Motion from the wide receiver. Makes the grab. It's Gibbs. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Georgia going up tempo. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. After the run, now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Kennedy. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Now on second down. Using his legs, it's Kennedy. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Looking for a physical attack from the guy. And, boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Brings up fourth down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Touchdown! The Irish. A great catch and run for 6. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Puts it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds space on the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Got a little space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. They'll try the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. got a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. This one's complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big 3rd down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Second down coming up. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense getting set for first down. They'll give it to Johnson. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far. Breaks into the open. He has the first and still on his feet. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense...
He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run it. It's Johnson. Got enough space. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game, and for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He's got it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
There he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
As tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that. Every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.